the Lebanese capital, Beirut, people are assessing the damage after a series of Israeli airstrikes on branches of a bank Israel says helps to finance Hezbollah and its operations. Witnesses say one building in the Shia neighborhood was reduced to rubble. The attacks came hours before a visit by the U.S. Special Envoy, Amos Hochstein, who is having talks with Lebanese politicians about how to try to end the crisis diplomatically. Still in Lebanon, the UN peacekeeping mission in the south of the country says an Israeli bulldozer has destroyed a watchtower and the perimeter fence of one of its positions. This is the latest in a series of incidents that have followed Israel's call for UNIFIL troops to withdraw. UNIFIL spokesman in Beirut says it was a deliberate attack.
High intensity of strikes by Hezbollah into Israel and by the Israeli Defense Forces into Lebanon have continued through the weekend and today, with reports of fatalities in Lebanon. On Sunday, the 20th of October, the UNIFIL peacekeeping mission detected 778 projectiles from south of the Blue Line, primarily striking Yarun, Yater, Hanin, Barkaba, Et Taibe, and Shaba, while 56 projectiles were recorded from north of the Blue Line. From midnight to 1200 hours today, UNIFIL detected 43 projectiles from north to south of the Blue Line and 509 from south to north. UNIFIL also reported 63 violations of Lebanese airspace on the 20th of October.
In Gaza, Palestinian medical officers said they have collected over a dozen bodies of people killed in Israel's ongoing air and ground operations in northern Gaza. The Gaza Health Ministry's emergency service said the dead include 6 men killed early Monday when they were trying to get drinking water in the urban Jabalia refugee camp, the main focus of the operation.
These casualties, which we are transporting to the Baptist hospital, are from Jubilee al-Balad and the Al-Jan area. The Israeli army has moved them out of Al-Foku and Abu Rashid schools towards the Jabalia Services Club to head south. A large number of injured people remain, and up to this moment, there are still wounded and martyrs there. Citizens have been instructed to evacuate towards the club area, and some of the wounded have been taken to Kamladwin Hospital. This is the third time we've transported injured people, approximately 25 of them, with injuries ranging from serious to moderate. Most of the wounded are women and children, and there are still bodies of martyrs lying in the streets.
4 other people were killed in a strike on an area sheltering displaced people in Jabalia. Israeli authorities have dramatically reduced the amount of aid allowed into Gaza, raising fears among Palestinians that they are implementing a surrender or starve plan advocated by retired Israeli generals. Elon Musk, founder of Tesla and SpaceX, hosted a town hall in Pennsylvania supporting Donald Trump, urging voters to register for the upcoming presidential election. Musk called Trump the only one who can save democracy and has committed at least $70 million to his campaign. Additionally, Musk pledged to give away $1 million a day to voters who sign his Political Action Committee's petition supporting the Constitution, raising concerns among election experts who argue it may violate laws against linking cash incentives to voter registration.
Anyway, so dramatically increasing my risk of being assassinated and engaging in politics are not what I want to do. I do not have a death wish. But the stakes are so high that I feel I have no choice but to do it, and that's the reason. So.
India and China have agreed to a pact on military patrols along their disputed Himalayan border, aiming for the disengagement of troops after a prolonged standoff that began in 2020, according to India's foreign ministry. While details on the withdrawal of the additional troops stationed in northern Ladakh were not specified, the agreement followed several rounds of diplomatic and military talks. The pact is expected to eventually resolve issues stemming from the 2020 clashes along the line of actual control.
Over the last several weeks, Indian and Chinese diplomatic and military negotiators have been in close contact with each other in a variety of forums. And as a result of these discussions, agreement has been arrived at on patrolling arrangements along the line of actual control in the India-China border areas, leading to disengagement and a resolution of the issues that had arisen in these areas in 2020. And we will be taking the next steps on this.
Over 1 million people in South Sudan have been affected by severe floods, with many in the north forced from their homes and seeking refuge on higher ground. The floods, among the worst in the decade, have made it difficult to deliver humanitarian aid as 15 major supply routes have been cut off. In Pibor, 112,000 people have lost their homes, and authorities are urging residents to move to safer areas. The country, already strained by a worsening humanitarian crisis and the influx of over 500,000 Sudanese refugees due to the ongoing conflict in Sudan, is struggling to respond effectively. Yolanda Robert, Arise News.